Boom. Showtime, baby.
Yes.
Hey,
Welcome.
there we go. Lit up.
There you go.
Yes. LA Royal in the house.
We're in the building.
Yes. I am Black Holiday. He is
5150.
And she is
Caramel Gray.
And we got a guest in the house.
D Ranks.
Introduce yourself, brother.
My name is D Ranks.
D Ranks.
Yes, sir. D-Ranks.
D-Ranks.
Well, welcome.
My brother.
We got the crown. You got the hood.
I got the crown too.
Whoa!
Yes.
There you go. Let it all hang
Kill him
out
with
there.
it. Kill him with it.
Shake them.
I was waiting till we started.
Shake them dreads. Shake them dreads. Oh, almost made me shake some saliva out my mouth.
I seen it a little bit.
Knock it,
Whoa,
please.
Shout out to E40, man. You know I had to do it one more time.
E40,
man.
Easy Fonza Reezy.
Keep you smelling good.
Good dude right there, man. He's a good dude, man. The creator of all music and the creator of all sayings. The man, the master of sayings, though. He's a master.
E40 rapping cursive.
Yes.
He rapping cursive?
I love that.
What do you mean by that?
Just the way you talk.
I love that.
Yeah. That man is fly.
Yes.
That's all you and the double.
Got his own language.
Yes.
Yes. Language.
Yes.
Language.
You a rapper too, though, huh?
Absolutely.
What?
Yeah.
Absolutely, the man
That's
said,
what's
man.
up.
Yes, you better not mistake it.
Rhythmized artistic poetry.
Amen. Yes.
Where you from?
Right here, South Central, Los Angeles.
South Central in the house, baby. This is LA Royal. What you thought? Where you thought he was from?
If I'd have took off my sweater, you'd have seen all the LA tattoos.
Right? Take it off.
Well, I'm from Alabama. I'm from Alabama.
Represent.
Yeah, she is from Alabama.
I'm from Alabama.
You know, she got
out here
5 years.
5
Oh,
years.
you still got the accent.
Yeah, a little
you
bit.
still
Just a
smell
little
like
bit.
the country.
All right now.
But funny as hell, though.
Funny as hell.
I smell like honeysuckles. That's what comes from the
Caramel
South,
Gray.
baby. Honeysuckles.
What your thing smell like? Never mind. Anyway, so
ain't that kind of get down?
I thought you was gonna say
What
it.
it smell like?
No, look. I mean, because look, a lot has happened since the last time we was here, right?
Right.
Caramel sitting up here trying to be all nice, prim and proper. She come up in here like all nice and pretty and everything. But when you see her stand up comedy,
Oh, man.
don't play with me,
This woman is funny, man.
huh?
Hey.
She got a funny bone.
And she got a nasty mouth.
Well, look here.
Oh, no, she's funny.
I'm grown. I'm 49.
Grown.
I got shoes older than some of y'all.
Grown.
You know
That's
what I'm
right. Talk about it, sister. Yes.
Ain't that beautiful black?
Yes.
Yeah.
49.
I appreciate
Only
it.
black women drop it like that.
Boom.
57.
And she got
And I got
88.
Right.
Three grown kids.
three grown kids,
And a
and she
grandson.
can still move them hips. Huh? Still got dance moves.
Don't
Said
play with me.
honeysuckle.
I'm dancing all them young girls on the stage.
Well.
Yeah, stop trying to act all modest up in here. You know what I'm saying?
Be yourself. Be
It's a
yourself.
Kings and Queens show, man.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
I appreciate the fact y'all stole my name because we came back bigger, better,
They stole
stronger,
my name.
and harder.
They took our jobs.
Ooh, can't be stopped. Won't be stopped. Man, get the receipt off the table, man. You know, keep the money on. You know what I'm saying? Keep the business on the DL.
I got you.
Anyway, so yes, it's the last time we've seen you. We've done a few things. It is February, so
Yes, it
it's
is. Black History Month.
relations. It's relationship and
How's the people?
power to the people.
Yes.
Always.
I can't keep the saliva in my mouth.
Black on black.
Black on black and
Yeah,
black
have a
and
drink.
black. Yes, can we get a toast to that? Can we get a
Yes.
toast to that? Toast to the ancestors, huh?
Yes.
I need to hear some glasses.
Thank
clean.
y'all so
There
much.
we go.
I
I'm going to make it
Amen.
sound clean.
Clean. There you go.
But we just danced to that at the the Pan African Film Festival. I modeled and I danced.
Model
off
and
that
dance.
song.
That's what he
It was
talking
beautiful.
about.
Yeah, and I did
Dancing
comedy.
young
Yeah.
girls.
Yeah.
It was amazing though. I love that song.
It is.
If you
That's
guys
my
want,
ringtone.
Really? I'm gonna have to get
If
that.
you didn't tell me to put my phone on the library, y'all would have heard it too.
I love that song. Yeah, that's
hey,
my
listen.
new
If
song.
you guys want to see some of the footage that we captured from the Pan Am Fashion Film Festival and the drums, they bid on the drums.
Oh man, it was amazing.
Yeah.
They did the drum thing. Well, you was there, 50?
Yeah. It says too. It says with that, what is it called? This is the smell that was burning.
Yeah.
Sage.
Sage.
Get rid of the evil spirits.
Yeah, that thing was kind
Yeah.
of deep, man. It was deep. I was feeling that.
Yeah, you know that's
feeling
real. You burn some sage people. Demons, gotta go, baby.
Hello.
I'm out of here.
Goodbye.
Hurry up.
Sage
Bye
be
bye.
telling you when evil's alert.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So if you want to check out any of that footage, you go on to LA Royal Facebook. We are working on the website, but for right now, you can go check us out on Facebook.
Yes. We live. We live.
Live, yes,
I'm gonna
and
make
check
sure I
out
go
some of
like
our.
that page. soon as I get up out of here.
Oh, most definitely.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, and go check out D Ranks, man. D Ranks is I don't know what to get into first. Let's talk about D Ranks, man.
Yes.
All right, so let me introduce D Ranks. Let me introduce D Ranks, man. Listen, this brother, you know, it's hot in here, man.
I wanted to peel out the sweater, but I'm like,
damn, yeah,
I'm the
that's
only
okay.
one.
We're gonna
I'm
tough it
usually
out though.
always hot because the hot flash.
Black folks know how to deal with the heat, huh?
I'm cool up in this stuff.
Picking cotton.
Yeah, but no. So let me get to this. So
you went down. You could have went back further than that. It's Black History Month. We was Royals.
Royal.
It was hot over there.
It was hot over there. It's getting
They
hot
took
in
kings
here.
and queens and have them picking cotton, man. What kind of shit is that?
No,
Ain't that a fall from grace?
No.
That's a
Slow
fall
down,
from
slow
grace,
down.
ain't it?
They took kings and queens and they brought them over here to make this the most powerful country in the world.
Right.
That's what they did.
And it is.
Really?
And it is. Yes. 'Cause they knew what they was doing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
look, that was a
Absolutely.
long journey. How long do it take? Do anybody know how long it take the Atlantic slave trade? Do you know how long those boats were sailing before they even got to the Ivory Coast?
Well, they wouldn't pick up 400. 200 died on the way.
Man, half the people, and the
That's
Atlantic
crazy.
slave trade, there's more bodies probably up under the water than it is on land.
Yeah. Real talk.
Because everybody
Sad.
wasn't going for that bullshit.
Yeah, they have. They got
everybody.
Everybody.
They got certain documentaries that's going to be coming out real soon. And one of my brothers, B Dot, he was advertising it. They are starting to show how there were really people that was rebelling on them ships.
Yeah.
That's right.
Locking them down, getting
That's right.
cracking,
Yeah.
jumping overboard.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck
I'm
it,
not
yeah.
doing it.
We
I'm
ain't
throwing
going for
y'all
this.
with me. Like, we coming, we getting cracking. Like,
Right.
it wasn't never just no sweet candy.
Yeah,
Like take me away.
okay,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
Yeah, we ain't no busters and shit.
Like-
Tell the truth.
Yeah, like it's never just how they just write it out in history books and make you believe
story.
it was just like, oh,
That's the way it was,
happened
yeah.
like this, and
Yeah.
we took because
Never believe their history.
As quiet as it kept, it was a lot of melanated beings already here,
Right.
Exactly.
and they came.
Slow it
over
down,
here
slow it
as
down,
well.
slow. Let me give you an introduction first, brother.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. You jumping out the book before I even open the cover.
He about to stick knowledge up in this joint.
All that knowledge and boom. Yeah, wait a minute.
right.
All right, so look, let me properly introduce Mr. D Ranks.
Yes.
In the building. So this brother, man, came through at my facility where I work at. You know, helping people get jobs and helping people get resources that they need in the community to get their lives on track. And as I was talking to them, he was highly recommended. They rolled out the red carpet for him, said, this brother's coming, make sure you take care of him.
Awesome.
So, you know, I didn't know who they was talking about. They saying, do you see this guy, man, make sure you take care. I thought it was some white boy or something, whatever.
Right.
And then this brother shows up.
Yeah.
And, you know, so we got to talking. And as we was talking, man, I realized that this young brother had a lot of history, had a lot of knowledge. He's a young man, been through some things in his life.
Right.
And he's an artist. Got some flavor, got some style.
Right.
And been married.
Yeah.
You know, been divorced.
Right.
Been across the country.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Man,
you know,
you're
been
doing it.
recorded some songs. Got over 5,000 followers on.
That's big. That's big.
Yeah,
That's
that's not
5,000.
easy. Organically.
Yes.
And is still, you know, aspiring to do some things. He wants to work with the youth.
Yes.
And share his experiences with them and, you know, inspire and motivate them to accomplish some big things. So I wanted to bring him on to the show just to give him a platform because we are LA Royals.
LA Royals in the
What
building.
do? We focus on royal people in the community.
Loving it.
Yes.
Give them a platform to do their thing.
Congratulations on
Yes, that's why
everything,
we got
brother.
these crowns on.
Yes.
Yes, it's symbolic. So go ahead, brother. Go ahead and you know, speak on yourself for a little bit.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I'm from Los Angeles, born and raised. Just right down the street a little bit, you know. I was a foster youth. I've been to juvenile halls. I've been to camps.
Camps. You mean like Camp Snoopy?
I wish. Where that's at.
Right.
I've been to mental hall, months, challenger.
Fire camp?
I ain't even get there.
You didn't even get
Right.
there?
Nah, I ain't even
He
get
won't
there.
qualify.
They won't put you on fire camp?
Yeah, I
You was
wasn't.
bad.
He said you wasn't qualified.
It was hot.
It's hot
Big
over
word
there.
now. Big word. Wasn't
Niggas don't like
qualified.
that.
You got to be good. I was.
Well,
I
Betty
was a
McLeod, you know
rebel
Betty
a little
McLeod?
bit.
You don't know Betty McLeod?
Nah.
You know Betty McLeod, don't you?
Not really.
Oh, okay. I know Betty McLeod. But anyway, go ahead.
And then it was after all that, you know, I was in the street life.
Right.
Well, I was in the street life all in the midst of that.
Right.
That ended up landing me in prison.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, I did.
How old are you?
32.
That's it?
I know,
Young
right?
brother, huh?
It's beautiful, ain't it? I tell you that, but black people just drop it like that.
Man, I tell you, it's hard to be black in America.
They put
Man.
niggas in jail early
Boom,
on.
man, now hurry up and get you. 13,
Right.
go to jail.
Right, yeah, that's what you're doing, right.
Yeah.
Now I went to jail in 2006. I got out in 2014. A couple days before the New Year, a couple days before Christmas.
Right. Good.
And,
God bless you. God bless you.
You know, I jumped off into the relationship thing. I started to do truck driving.
CDL?
Yeah, I had
Nice.
CDLs. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it's cool if you're just trying to provide and make money and stuff, but that's not where my heart is.
Right.
You know, and I know it's a bigger purpose for me at least.
Oh, you're special.
Yeah, we all
special.
are. You just gotta recognize.
I know,
Right.
that's
Yeah,
right.
man, he's
Say
special.
that.
Goddamn, that's why he's here.
And ordinary motherfuckers can't come on here.
Exactly.
Man,
Gotta be special.
Gotta be
You
special,
gotta
man.
be
This
special.
is LA Royal, not LA
Right. And
ordinary.
you gotta
Right.
hold the Royal- Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Right. And
Yeah.
you know, I did the truck driving thing. I was driving for about almost 4 years.
Right.
I've been everywhere except Florida. And
Wow.
you know, I had moved to Houston for a little bit, and like it's a total different
Man.
Like
Yeah, I know it's environment. Yeah, I know it's different from LA.
Man,
How'd you
everything.
like Houston?
I didn't. I'm back home.
I know, that's right.
I didn't. I mean,
You was living out there for a while, huh?
Not even. Well, I moved out there, but I wasn't really out there because I was driving trucks.
Yeah, so
they
you
gonna
live
keep
where?
you on the road. You know,
Yeah.
I would be on the road for a month. I come back home for like 4 days. I'm back on the road for
How
another
was the
month.
money, brother? How was
you
the
know.
money? How was the money?
The money was like
how was the money?
between
Talk about the money.
on a good season between like 5,000, 8,000 a month.
Okay.
On
That's
a
good
bad
money, bro.
season,
That's good money.
probably between like 3,000 and
So you was a
5,000.
millionaire.
That's
Yeah,
still-
in Houston.
Yeah.
Now, like it sounds good, right? But black people lack proper money management.
Right.
Not
I
you,
don't
though.
want to put that on as a whole. You
Right.
know, honestly,
We're-
I had to learn.
We're consumers.
I had to learn. We are the
consumers.
biggest consumers.
Hey, let me buy that.
Trillions,
What
right?
about that?
Like so much money comes through our hands,
Right.
on a yearly
How much?
basis.
Right.
I know
Hundred
how to
thousand.
handle it.
Over $1 trillion.
Over $1 trillion.
Over $1 trillion. comes through our
Woo!
hands.
We rich.
Not billionaire, trillionaire.
Right? Yeah.
We rich, bitch.
No, we's rich.
All of y'all, give me your money. Anyway, go ahead.
And yeah, like
Why
I
you shaking
wasn't.
your head, dude?
I wasn't
Y'all
good
crazy.
with the money management aspect of it. So everything that I got,
Yeah.
you know, I threw it in the pot and
Right.
it disappeared. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know,
Disappeared.
Yeah,
Like
you got
Moose. Vamoose?
He was buying up stuff.
Abracadabra?
He was buying up shit. Yeah.
You know, you got
It
food,
was shopping.
you got bills, and
Yeah.
then whatever's left over is like we ain't thinking about rainy days.
Yeah.
we thinking about
Right
the
now.
nice
It's raining right now.
days. You feel me? Like,
Make it
oh, I
rain.
like this, I like
What?
that.
You was throwing
Right.
money in there?
Man, you should have been thinking about a lot of rainy days in Houston. It rained like 3 times a week.
That rain is terrible, huh?
That's it? Ooh, that's nice.
That's enough.
horrible.
Horrible.
It
It
be
rained like
hot.
the end of the world rain, huh?
Yeah,
It be
man.
hot and still
It's
raining?
very
It be
humid
hot
there. That's
and
why when it
raining,
rains,
like-
it's like a sauna.
Mosquitoes be coming out. Like,
yeah.
Mosquitoes.
man, look, I'm not with it.
Me neither. That's why I left the
Oh,
South.
excuse me.
Oh,
yeah.
watch it.
Listen, I was in Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Which is
The other
New
LA.
Orleans.
The other
next,
LA.
next to that.
Ain't no LA.
And the weather is crazy, man. It comes out, well, it be frogs and shit. Like,
Frogs?
yeah, look, green frogs.
I was in Baton Rouge one time,
Right.
and I was passing through, and it just started raining like crazy, man. And I'm
Right.
like, wow, it's
While
like
you was
2
driving?
a.m.
Yeah.
And I had that
Hard
big old
rain.
18-wheeler, man. When I tell you that lightning was striking, like,
Yeah, it would come down
was
on you.
literally striking like
On the
boom,
street, yeah.
boom,
Yeah.
boom,
On the truck?
boom, like no,
Right in front of you?
in
It come
front
down
of
on
the
the
truck.
ground.
Like it was hitting the concrete.
it's getting
like,
close to you.
boom, Boom.
It's like God is angry
boom,
at the South.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother.
God hate the
All
South.
All that
Because
bullshit
it's
they've been
slavery.
doing down
Yeah,
there.
like, I was like,
Them
man,
brothers
like,
getting killed.
I never been that close to lightning,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
besides myself.
Right.
But
I know that's right.
when like I was that close, I was scared. Like I didn't know what to do. Like I'm like,
Right.
do you stop driving?
No,
Do
you keep on going.
Do you like
It's
my
following
heart
you.
start beating fast? Do I roll down my window? And like I was raised, like my grandpa raised me before the foster system did. Like I had my first 7 years with him,
Mm-hmm.
and he was snatching me with all of the superstitions. Like, oh, if it raining, don't touch nothing metal. I'm like, damn, the steering wheel metal. Like, oh my God.
It's going down.
Fucked up. I can't get out of this shit. I can't stop. I can't
The whole
go.
damn trailer's metal.
Like
The whole
It's
track.
over with. Oh my God! Like,
Don't touch that metal.
This is
Shit.
it.
Right,
That's
right.
when your prayer life get real strong.
Woo.
You start speaking in tongues. But yeah, I had to give it up. Like the way I gave my job up was I started to be unappreciative of it. I lost the gratitude. You know what I mean? And like when you ungrateful, the universe will snatch it up.
Come on now.
Like,
Talk
you
about
don't
it.
want
we
this.
go, my
Don't worry
man.
about it. Like you putting those frequencies into the ethers. Like you're changing your vibration. You're actually
So
altering
you know
your
about
reality.
frequencies, bro? Huh?
He's a master.
Look, he like.
I just want to know. I was inquiring.
Let me say,
because you just can't.
when he said
frequency.
frequency,
Over that.
he said frequency at his orientation that I had went to earlier in the week, and I was like, huh?
Yeah.
them is like trigger words. Like, yeah, you know your frequency, you're vibrating at that, and I was like,
Okay.
Okay, I like this guy.
I can still listen.
Yeah, he talking something. Let's see.
Sensible.
He's about to tune his ass out.
Talking to that spirit.
I'll be glad when this is over.
He the man on the floor. You see him right here.
Absolutely.
He ain't playing. He really know how to orchestrate that crowd.
Absolutely.
Keep every engaged.
He's an MC.
Yeah, I went
MC,
to
master of
the
ceremony.
orientation. I got hired today for my job.
Woo! High five! Hey!
right.
Wait a minute.
Top flight security.
Click.
Right
Type 5 security.
security.
Let's toast to that.
Top flight.
Yes.
I'm something like it.
Yeah. All right.
Top
now.
flight of the
Queen
world.
security.
Yeah.
So now look. So what really intrigued me about you, brother, is that this is relationship month, and not only that, but he got the history. And he got, some experience in a relationship. I kind of wanted to capture some of that. Like, tell us about, you said you was married for a little bit.
Well, like the thing of it is, when you dealing with relationships, this is one thing that I learned. We create images in our mind. Like, we create people in our mind. Like, I don't know you, but we fall in love, for the most part, with the idea of someone as opposed to knowing what actually works, like what chemistry you may have with an individual. So you fall in love with the idea of a person as opposed to who that person really is, and they'll show you. They'll show you 1,000 times, but as long as you caught up in that idea of an individual, it is. You're just
deep.
playing out in your own fantasy. When you fall for that, you can find yourself in a whole cycle.
Caught up in that matrix.
Exactly. And
that's
like
deep, man.
And people like to say that, and I don't believe this at all, but people love to say things like you got to fight for your relationship. Relationship takes work. Let me tell you something. You supposed to flow with your partner, with your person.
Flow with your relationship.
It should be an easy
Flowetry.
yin yang.
Yeah.
You wouldn't fight against anything if the waves is going this way. You know what I'm saying?
Fight against the current.
You're gonna fight against the current.
Yeah.
Like and I feel like if you're in any type of situation, I don't care if it's in a relationship, a business partnership, a job. If you're constantly fighting, you're fighting against the universe because your spirit is not there. Like, you need to read those signs and you need to be able to act accordingly because we constantly build up our lives and our reality around a certain individual. When you're in a relationship, and a lot of people will get comfortable no matter how toxic it may be. Now, you have to really ask yourself questions like, okay, I have a daughter. Now, my daughter is my whole world. I love my daughter. But me being with her mom will create another pattern of toxicity because me and her mom, we don't get along. Like the friendship is gone. And then when the friendship leave first and you still hanging on, it's gonna be only a matter of time before the love leave too.
Absolutely.
And then you be in a relationship with this individual, or not even a relationship. Now it's to the point where you just feel like you in a partnership. Y'all just making sure that this ship continues to roll forward with these children on it. That's very toxic.
And that's no way to be in a relationship.
No, and you don't want to set the tone. You don't want to, because the children is always
They're
watching.
Absolutely.
So one thing, like okay, it's okay to be in a relationship if you're unhappy, if you're fighting all the time, if you're screaming at the top of your lungs, if daddy sleep downstairs and mommy sleep upstairs. Like, I mean, I guess that's normal,
right? No,
because that's what you're showing. That's what
that's
what
my
you
way of teaching.
And the kids learn by seeing, not by hearing. So
exactly.
Much. So what happened in your relationship that you're no longer in that relationship?
It was just a friendship. It was just like the friendship had left. Like the person that I was with, we were friends since high school. Like we knew each other on a friendship level.
So when you came home,
well, we kept in contact all the way.
Time you was gone. So she stayed down,
in and out. Nah, not stayed down.
She wasn't your ride or die.
I never had one of those.
Whoa! Right. You never had a ride or die?
Not to that extent. Not to that extent. Not like I did almost 10 years in prison, bro. Like
damn, almost 10?
Yeah, ain't nobody like I wouldn't even, and I'm young. I went in when I was 18. You know what I mean? Like,
what you go in for, bro?
That hurts my heart.
Robbery, high speed chase.
You was with it, huh?
I was trying to get away.
You were trying to get away. I was talking to 50 the other day. 50, what you say? You ain't getting caught, huh?
I'm not getting caught.
Huh? If it's going down?
If it's going down, I'm getting away.
You 18, you a kid. You supposed to been scared.
I was scared of shit.
No, he ain't. He's a man.
Look,
black man, soldier.
Right, that's how they gonna look at you, huh?
And
like I tried to get away so fast. I jumped out the car while it was still moving.
Next minute they want a teddy bear.
No.
Hey, which one you want? You want a thug or you want a teddy bear? You ain't supposed to be scared.
You want a thug? That teddy bear gotta have a rag on.
Yeah, blast on them niggas, nigga.
No,
she want the teddy. She want the teddy bear from Ted.
I want Ted.
It's okay to be scared, baby. They chasing you, baby. No, but anyway, so you said that. So you did the 10.
I did the 10, and like toward my last like 4 years or so, like she got back on the team because around this time
she showed up towards the end.
Well, Facebook had came
Facebook?
out. Like I went to jail. When I went to jail, it was only MySpace.
It was only MySpace,
wow.
Right? So
so you went in what 204?
Yes.
I went in 2006.
2006.
Yeah, I had never heard of Facebook anything. When I went to jail, it
shout out
to
Facebook.
You know, where you at? Where you at? You know what I mean? And it wasn't no Facebook, none of that stuff. But I was in prison. I ended up getting my hands on cell phones and everything except only thing is
you was in the feds or the state?
I was in the state.
You get a hard time.
Yeah, that's the ugliest time.
That's the worst time ever.
Yeah,
race riot?
Time.
Are you forced to be with your own
Whoa!
Yeah, I got stabbed in the race riot.
You felt some steel?
Well, I didn't feel it. I was unconscious already.
Oh,
but
damn.
when I woke
hit
up,
you while you was down?
Yeah, when everything.
Man, see how they do a play? Hit a play while you down. I'm already down, nigga. Get off me.
And that's one thing that made me.
That's the way it is, though.
That's the way it is
with my people.
State,
yeah, like that. That's what really made me connect with my people. Because, like I said, like I was a part of the game.
Where was your homies at?
Everybody was
fighting for themselves.
Yeah.
Fighting for
in the state, if you black, you black.
You black.
There's no game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what made me be like, you know what? This shit's stupid. Because like on the street, you from on that side, like we funking. We get to the county, we still funking. We gonna fight because it ain't all the politics. When you get to prison, it's like you got people in there with triple life sentences. They ain't never coming home, been down 10, 15, 20, 30 years.
They don't care.
And they're like, this is where we live at.
They definitely care.
This is where I live at. And I'm not finna let y'all youngsters come in here and mess up my program.
Right.
I got a visit on this weekend. I got packages coming in. I got this. Whatever y'all shit y'all had on the street, leave it there. Because I'm trying to keep my program running. And then you got people that's in there like, I just want to go home. So people will be good. And then you got people getting along. When you set aside
How they
all
say
of the bullshit.
How they say it?
I just want to get along. So it's like, when you take
away... I want to go home. Can we all get along?
Yeah.
That's the corniest shit ever. I couldn't believe Rodney King said that when he said that.
He was high for sure.
High as a motherfucker. A nigga out here tearing up shit. And this thing talking about, can we all just get along? Hell no, nigga, nigga, we can't get along. They whooped your ass, nigga. What the fuck we gonna get along for?
Well, that was a powerful statement. I don't think that was corny. That was powerful at that time.
It was corny at the time.
It was needed, and it still needs it.
But they made him say it, though.
They made him say it.
They ain't make that brother say that.
Yeah, he did. It wasn't black.
They did make that.
There was no black shit. That was they shit, nigga.
They ain't make
that
that
nigga should have said, ride, nigga, ride!
Let me ask you.
Get there.
Why I had to come with an edited version if y'all doing all this cussing?
Nigga, cause that's how it is. Shit. Don't ask me no questions.
Tell me about.
I'm not cussing on purpose.
Tell me about how when you're in the state and you got the essays on one side and the black, they had to come together. Black got to be on one side. You can't drink out of the Mexicans.
Man, it's just like civil rights, man. It's just like civil rights, man. Like how they had whites only, blacks only.
Yeah.
It really be like that. It'd be like blacks only, Mexicans only, and the white people be over there with the Mexicans.
And the
so they got that, and the Asians be with the blacks. But they don't be with us. They just be on our side. Like they don't be with us. Let some shit go down. They gonna be like, look, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm not going on lockdown. Like for real. And when the shit get cracking, like ain't nobody gonna fight with you but your people. And let's be 100, all of them ain't gonna fight.
100, 1,000.
They're not gonna fight. Everybody's not gonna fight. They will run. They will
lock up in the cell.
They'll do this kind of shit. You go to ASEG and they bring that camera and be like, hey, wasn't that you right here doing this? And then you look and you like, you know that's you, so you looking at everybody else and you like, man, the homie. Look at the homie, bro. Like he just running around. Like,
ain't throwing
like he ain't getting that punch.
Nigga, get it on, nigga.
Listen, man. Listen, man. A knife is like a gun in prison. That shit hurts, man.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Like, nobody can stab, bro. That's
the weapon.
Like the way.
See,
look. You dead already. Like, don't hit me no more.
See,
I've never been in a fight in my life.
That's a good thing.
Never been in a fight.
That is a very good thing.
My mom kept me from that.
Queen.
She told me the people trying to.
You gotta kill some shit if you're gonna be a queen.
Trying to make you ugly like them, and she wasn't talking about physical. She said the act of fighting.
Nice queen.
Right. I just stayed away from
beautiful.
I met a pastor, right? Because in prison is where I started to really pay attention to my spiritual side. I don't want to say I was raised in a Christian household because that's like a blanket statement.
Right.
I was exposed to Christianity. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like people didn't follow it. They don't know what it is. It was just passed down from generation to generation. Right. You really don't know what's going on. You just regurgitating information that was told to you because you don't
instead of reading
your damn self. And from there, I started to tap in, and I started to go with what I was familiar with, which would be the Bible. Mm-hmm. And from there, that's when this deep rabbit hole began to come because I really genuinely wanted to draw closer to the source. Right. I wasn't just faking the funk while I was in there. I'm genuinely like,
what made you want to draw closer to the source?
Because I hated my homies.
Whoa, you hated your homies?
I hated my homies.
What do you mean by that?
Every time I found myself in some type of troubles, it would be because I'm messing with my homies. Like it would never have nothing to do with me.
So they wouldn't being true. They wouldn't being solid. They wouldn't.
And like even in prison, like they was trying to get me in more trouble. Like I remember in one instant, like I'm on a weight pile working out, and one of my homies.
You was working out?
Yeah, man, like I said, I wanted to peel out. I'm working out on this side, and they all the way on the other side by the basketball courts, and they shooting dice. And my homie lose, and he tell the other black dude from Chicago, he just try to punk him because he not from Cali. That's really what people be trying to do. They try to politic. They be trying to politic. So dude, he hit him with the Debo, like, I won, give me my money. You what? Nigga, I lost. like, nigga, I'm not paying you nothing, basically. Yeah. And the nigga from Chicago, like, boom, fire this shit up. Yeah. Like, and then the homie end up, tussling with the nigga, the yard go down, and they run, spraying, shooting the beanbag guns.
Now it's drama now.
And now I'm getting kites sent to my cell saying, hey, meeting at the yard, you know what I'm saying? We got to talk about what happened with the homie. Meanwhile, right next door was the nigga from Chicago. I been knew the nigga. When I got to the yard, we was on lockdown. He the one that slid me a kite under my cell. Look, we on lockdown right now. We funking with the Mexicans. keep your head on the swivel. I'm like, nigga, I walked into this.
Yeah, automatically.
All
Head
day
on
long.
the swivel,
That's all it
no
is.
packages. No.
Nothing.
When they ask you, do you want to shower? You better say no. You know, like you
Can't shower
just
by yourself.
Yeah, like you don't go out there. We bird bathing. If you need anything, I got a little bit over here. So he was cool. I had developed a rapport.
What's the
with him.
bird bath to people out there in
Bird
Candyland?
bath, when you fill up the sink with water, you sud up with the towel, you hit the high spots, you get the little thing, you pour it on your body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then
And
you
you
get the
clean up
little
the cell at
towel.
the same
Yeah,
time.
you get the towel and you clean that water up. You know what I'm saying? I had learned.
Oh, some bullshit.
So
Anyway.
that's who he had fought.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, when they went to the cell, he told me, like, look, man, this is what happened. And I'm like, my thing is always this. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
Right.
No
Like,
matter what
that
we
you lost, you need to pay. And you ain't had money, you shouldn't have been over there.
Yeah,
That's
my
real.
nigga.
Right.
Period. Like,
That's real.
so when we get to the yard, they like, oh, man, why you didn't run over there and help the homie? First of all, it say no warning shots on the wall.
Right.
They said yard down. If I pew across
Boom.
there,
Your target.
so you don't care about me, bro.
Right.
No.
Like, I'm already
showing
in
you.
prison
They
Yeah.
showing
because behind messing with the homies.
When you was a pawn
High-speed
in the
chase.
A high speed chase. I
Yeah.
did a robbery with some of my homies who I didn't even function with. We was just from the same area,
Right.
and everybody was having money in my crew. So they was like, "Man, put us on." Every day we would hear that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Man, let's go." So some of my homies took some people, and then I took some people. We never came back because they was already hot. Y'all went and hit some over here. Now the police is alarms, and then that came back.
Yeah.
I hopped in the same car like an idiot,
Yeah.
and I went this way, and I went to Torrance. Come on now.
Woo!
You feel me? Like,
Man.
and I never came back. It was
Right.
a high speed chase. They
You might as well have went to
boom.
Orange County. Fuck it.
You feel me? Like, right. That is really how it get. And
Yeah.
like I felt like, you know, from that sense, like I was like, man, like I'm in prison because, you know what I'm saying, I did some shit with the homies and
Yeah.
on some I felt pressured up type shit.
Yeah.
And I was young, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like like I said, I was a former foster youth. So a lot of my life has been seeking acceptance.
Right.
You know
Right,
what I
I
mean?
feel you.
Like
lack of guidance.
so I'm just like, man, like these the homies, I'm just gonna rock with the homies. You feel me? Like,
Right.
like they said, this what we gonna do. Majority rules. Like this what we gonna do.
That's what we
Even
do.
though I didn't feel it in my spirit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
Bad
said
gut.
this what it's gonna be, and I did it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I end up
So
going
what was
to
the
jail.
outcome? What was the outcome of the riot situation? How did that turn out?
Well, we lost.
What?
Somebody, that's they be getting knives in. They be getting nice butcher knives in,
all they
man.
goddamn COs be bringing them to it. But anyway, listen. Let me ask you this.
That's
what
terrible.
I mean, I didn't mean that with the.
That's
I'm talking
terrible.
about with
I'm so
the
glad I
dude from Chicago.
Oh, that wasn't a riot.
I mean, I know. That,
Okay,
but-
right. So what happened was I came to the yard and they was like, "Why you didn't run across with the homies?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Nigga, it clearly say no warning shots on the wall. Why you didn't run across?"
Right.
Yeah.
Now, because I'm young, I'm probably 19 at the time. So I'm like, "Why you didn't run across?" Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm the idiot, right?
Yeah.
So from that point, like, and they was talking about what they was gonna do to me. They was gonna
Exactly.
DP
I'm never
me
coming.
for not whoopty whooping.
Yeah.
But like, if you show fear, like they'll feed on that.
Yeah.
So you be like, nigga, like we gonna have to politic on you. We gonna have to DP. I'm like, nigga, where's that? Where
Yeah.
the fade at? Who
Bring
wanna
it
run
on.
it? Like
Yeah.
on God, because like I said, nigga, first of all, and I'm really pointing, nigga, you was wrong, bro. Why was you over here? Niggas want to DP me because you got beat up, but you started some shit and ain't nobody saying nothing to you.
Right.
Like you trying now, I feel like you just trying to pick on me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like y'all not my homies.
Yeah, you
Like,
talking
and that's how I
about-
felt because I went to prison
They showing you
for
that.
messing with my homies. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, like I
Trying to
didn't
show
even
them love.
want to. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't even want to do this, and now
Right.
I'm in prison, and I'm still trying. Y'all still trying to get me in trouble. So
Right.
what I started to do is I started to back away. I
Did
had
you?
older homies, like from the same block, same everything, who was prayer warriors or choir people, like,
Right.
but they like big swole, super tatted up.
Yeah.
When ain't nobody saying nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and it's my first time in the pen. You know, I'm young, 19. I only been here for a few months. We just got off lockdown. I'm still trying to learn my way through the water. And I started to get up underneath those wings. Like I'm like, man, like I want to talk to you, bro. Like I see where your mind frame is at.
Yeah.
You know where I'm from. We from the same street. I'm not on that bullshit. I want to get to the point where, you know what I'm saying, you don't go to roll call. You don't got to report, you know what I'm saying, at the door closed, because I want to be my own man. I'm tired
Right.
of following niggas. Like I want to be
tired
my
of
own.
bullshit.
Wait a minute. Blow the whistle.
I
Be
know
your
that's
own
right.
man.
Yeah, like you know how it is. Like people be looking for acceptance. It was in prison when I realized that I don't need nobody's approval. I don't need nobody's
Validation is for
acceptance.
parking.
Hello.
Ah,
I like that.
Hey,
like that.
you might hear that in the song.
It's okay then.
I like that.
Just break me off a little more.
Look. If you hear it, you mean I appreciate that bar.
So anyway, because time, is everything, right?
Yeah.
It's of the essence. So,
Wow.
so you realize that you wanted to kind of be your own person. You got up under these swole brothers, prayer warriors,
Right.
and you were saying that you was into the word, and you found that to be like almost like a rabbit hole, and you wanted to get closer to the source.
Yeah, the more I read, the more questions I had.
Yeah, like give me an example.
What'd you read?
Yeah,
I read the Bible.
From beginning to end?
Yeah.
That's
How many
good.
times?
Like a regular book, like 5 times.
That's
bro.
good.
5 times.
Yeah, like I read it.
What stick out to you the most about the Bible?
Well, every time you read it, it's like different things.
Yeah.
But what happened with me was, okay, let me just say this. Galatians 6:9 is on my neck.
Right.
Okay.
I got that while I was in prison. Let us
Okay.
not go weary while doing good, for in due season you shall reap if you do not lose heart.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. So I can say that that's what stuck out the most.
Yeah.
Like, it was like encouragement
Yeah.
type, because I was going through some real dark times. Because even while I was in there, like I said, I was a former foster youth. So I didn't have no support system writing out to me, sending me like, I would go years without getting a letter.
Years.
You know what I mean?
Whoa. Years like 365 days?
Yeah.
Nobody was checking on you?
Times 2, times 3 type
two and
stuff.
three,
you know
like
what I'm saying?
700.
Wow.
Right, and I
Nobody
had
was
to-
1,000 days without a letter?
Yeah, I had to get up in my brain, like, no news is good news. Like, these are things that I used to tell myself, like, all right, no news
stay
is good
focused.
news. You
Yeah,
feel me?
me
Like,
too, me too.
boom. Or,
Let me stop right there for a second. Because some things, need to be expounded on. You know what I mean? So when you said that, I went all this time, what does that feel like, man, when you just sitting in a hole?
You go through-
because when you in prison, it's almost like,
Yeah.
I call it like Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's like if nobody is reaching out to you, it's almost like you just dead to the
Yeah,
world.
yeah, you did.
Like
You in a
nobody-
coffin, a giant coffin.
I mean, yeah, and
Oh,
you just
wow.
walking around in this.
Walking around, yeah, waiting your
and so
turn to come.
what I mean, because you said you used to tell yourself certain things. Because I don't know if you knew, but I do music too, and I got this song called "Talk to Myself." And it's something we have to talk to ourselves.
Yeah.
We have to encourage ourselves. We, as a black man, especially going through trying times like this,
Paul said that.
there's a very thin line between crazy and being ingenious. And one of the things that keep you, above water and not falling into that crazy zone is what you say to yourself.
Yeah, when you're
going
what
through
you
those
affirm.
trying times.
Right.
What you affirm while you
So
going.
what were you telling yourself at that time?
It was always a up and down of emotions. The closer I got home, the more up the emotions would get. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm good.
But when you were
Like,
down,
it was more so some stuff like don't trip off the things you can't control, and
Right.
if you can't control them, nigga, why you tripping?
Right.
I would really be in the mirror
Control
like,
them, yeah.
I'm cool, like I'm not finna trip off that, you know what I'm saying? Or like I said, no news is good news. You know what I'm saying? Like I would really be in there like,
so when you first started off your time, without a support system and things like that, what was you telling yourself at that point?
I wasn't telling myself anything. It was things that I was developing as
And how old was you at that time?
when I went to jail. I was 18.
When you first started off, it was 18.
I was 18.
So you
yeah.
had just kind of emancipated from
Right.
the foster youth system and everything.
Yeah.
Just starting to get a taste of freedom as far as manhood is concerned. Because I'm sure you waited a long time to be 18. You telling yourself
Yeah.
when you were not 18 that I can't wait when I get 18.
Right,
Is that
right.
correct?
Yeah, and it's crazy because like foster youth, like that's nothing to just pass over. You know what I mean? Like regular people, like they have regular people. That's so stupid. But
No,
regular
it's
people,
regular.
like,
That is right. Well, it's quote unquote normal.
right?
Normal
Normal people have.
But you in the foster system it's a different mindset.
You
Mindset.
have people that love you, like your mom, your dad, your
Right.
uncle, your cousin, you know what I'm saying, your brother, your guardian, like, and they will be really on you, like, look, you about to be 18, you better get on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you be a man,
Grooming
you know what I'm
you.
saying,
Grooming you.
you don't go out there being stupid, you know what I'm saying? You gonna look, they got a place for you, whoopty whoop. Like, for me, it was just on some shit, because it was always like a box, like they would have you like real like strenuous. Like they'd be like, you do this. It's real strict. It's real strict. So in my brain, I'm just like, I can't wait till I turn 18.
Right.
I'm finna get up out of here, bro. And that's what happened. I turned 18, no guidance. I'm like, nigga, I'm free. Woo!
Hey!
Rob a nigga.
Finna go rob a
Go
nigga.
shoot somebody. I can stay out all night. Like,
I'm sell dope all night.
I can stay out all night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Damn, that's crazy.
and I do feel like the foster system kind of prepared me for prison because
Yeah, for sure.
I slept out of a duffel bag in a foster prison foster prison. That's messed up, but
it was kind of like a
In a
prison.
foster home?
yeah, I slept out of a duffel bag because I was always moving from house to house. Once you
That's
become
crazy.
a certain age, like they don't want to deal with you.
Yeah.
Like you're
Especially if your behaviors is off.
like they be like, oh, we only
Was
take
you a good
girls.
foster kid?
No.
I worked in the foster system.
They
I
said
worked
they
in the
only
foster-
take girls.
That, yeah, a lot of them be like, I only take girls, or I only take kids up until the age of 7,
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying?
And a black male is like, no way.
Man, like, you
I
better have
worked in the
group
foster
homes.
system when I first moved out here, and so I understand exactly what you went through. I do. It's terrible.
Yeah, and it's like
It's terrible what they do
I
to our
couldn't
people.
make no place my home. I couldn't be comfortable there, so all my stuff would kind of be in a duffel bag. Like I would just be anticipating.
huh?
Yeah, like what you gonna do? Kick me out?
All right.
Let's go. Like
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
already
and-
ready for that.
And I took that to prison. You understand? So like when holidays would come and go in the foster home when I was a kid, I would
Yeah.
get down and out and sad about it.
Yeah, you
In
would.
prison, like I'd be like, I'm good. Like
So they
why
never
you niggas
offer.
tripping?
They
But-
never offer counseling in any of these homes.
I mean, they do, but you automatically develop a defense mechanism, especially when people who don't seem genuine
Right.
or don't even know your background
That's what
or
kills
come from
you.
where you come from.
Right.
They're trying to sit up here and talk to you.
Right.
Like, bro, you come from a whole 2-parent household. You driving a whole Benz to work. Like
Right.
you.
You don't have anything. You don't.
Yeah, like
I'm
you're
foreign to you.
white. Like
Right.
you are from Santa Monica. Like,
Right.
come on. Like I don't even want to. Like, come on. Like, can you just get your check, write what you need to write on there? Because I would love to go back and talk on my phone because my girlfriend got to go sleep.
Right.
So let me
Like,
ask
you know
you this.
what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this.
That's
So,
deep.
But I just want to bring something real quick.
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I would have the same attitude from foster homes to prison, as far as I had built up calluses on my heart as my emotions go. Like I wasn't ruled by birthdays, holidays,
Right.
stuff like that.
The fun
And
stuff.
That's called detachment disorder. I
yeah,
want you to know that.
desensitized. You know what I'm saying? Like I would not trip off nothing really. You know what I'm saying? And then I had carried that same energy into the relationship that I had entered into. Just coming back to relationships, I carried that same energy into the relationship that I had got in. Like I was in a foster home living out of the duffel bag. I was in prison living out of my plastic bag. Like I didn't put pictures up all on the wall and none of that stuff.
Whatever.
I know this cell ain't mine. I always kept that like, nigga, I'm going home. Like that's another thing that I would tell myself. I'm going home. Like I don't
I ain't
care.
stuck
Like
here.
the police, like you ain't finna. I'm not finna. First of all, I'm not finna let you disrespect me, but I'm not gonna put myself by not putting myself in any positions to be disrespected.
I know that's right.
So I'm going home. Like I don't. You can have. I don't care. I'm going home, and I keep my shit in the duffel bag. But then on the flip side, when I got into a relationship, I kept my shit in a duffel bag. You feel me?
Same way. Yeah.
I had. So soon as
bag,
she
boy.
started to trip,
Time to go.
I'm out of here. So in her mind, she like, oh, so this nigga just gonna leave me. In my mind, it's like
It's time to go.
she yeah, it's time to go. She tripping like,
Yeah.
what you gonna do? Kick me
I
out?
know,
Like
yeah.
it's been happening my whole life.
just
like,
waiting on it.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm out of here. Next,
And
and
what's
that's
that called?
Detachment disorder.
That's called looking backwards.
It's
It's
called
called
detachment
living
disorder.
your life through your rearview mirror. Basically, what you're doing is you constantly focus on your past, so you keep repeating your past. So the detachment disorder, what you need to do is flip that around and detach from your past instead of staying attached to your past, so that you can move forward into your future.
right.
But look, in the interest of time, I do want to. I want to ask you one question before, because we're almost about to roll out. But one more time, say your name.
D ranks.
D Ranks.
D.
Let me
Ranks.
ask you
D.
this:
Ranks.
what if you could say something about the foster system and what you experienced? Because I want to transition forward,
Okay.
because I know you got to man, you need to put all of this in the book, man. It's interesting.
Very.
Is it interesting talking to this
Very.
brother?
It's
Sometimes we need
hot
to.
topic.
Sometimes we need to. You never know who you are around.
Yeah.
We need to take time, especially as black men. I know black women talk to each other, but as black men, we need to take time to speak to one another. Not just what's up, homie, what's going on, what's cracking.
Yeah.
You got something on my. You
And
know what I'm
active
saying?
listen.
Yeah, active listening,
Yeah.
and discern where this young man or where this older brothers, where they coming from. Because if you want to kind of learn, I learned that if you want to, transcend forward as far as your goals is concerned, the best way to do that is stand on the shoulders of the giants that came before you. So in other words, learn from other people's experiences, and that'll save you a whole lot of time. So and so that's why we brought this brother on, because I want how old are you again?
32.
And I would love for a lot of the people, young people, you understand what I'm saying, who are going through, because there's a lot. He's not the only person. The foster system is big. What we don't really realize, and what we're going to actually and when we get to our documentary, which 50 and I are going to film in due time about LA, is that over time, different things have happened, like the crack era, gang banging, and things like that, which have displaced parents out of the household, which left behind young men like this gentleman right here,
Absolutely.
who did not have the support system that he needed to grow up in, and so as a result was swept into the foster system. And now we have all of these individuals are grown.
Yep.
And they have this gentleman just happened to have a strong mind. That's why he's here.
And a destiny.
Yeah, and have was chosen.
Absolutely.
You know, because we don't draw near to God. God draws near to us, right? Something in your spirit made you pick up that Bible. Something, and then because you think you're the only person that picked up a Bible in prison. Right. A lot of people pick up the Bible in prison, but a lot of people are not drawn to the words. See, his spirit will draw you near. Do you understand what I'm saying? And his spirit draws you near when you've been chosen to do a certain thing. And you've been chosen, brother, to do what?
To bring forth this message to help usher in the next generation, to break the cycle by telling my story and helping people learn from my experiences. You know what I mean?
And you're doing that through
the music.
Through the music and public speaking?
Music, the community activism.
You say you wanted to go into, you planning on going back?
Yeah, I'm getting cleared right now. I'm in the process of being cleared to go to the juvenile halls. But it doesn't want to stop there. Like, I want to go to the prisons as well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Try to find some foster shelters and go and talk to them too.
Right. Yeah, it's all a process, because once you got a record, man, they try to make you jump through hoops.
Yeah.
And, it's not a problem though. Like, what you want to do? Like,
that's right. Jump
on.
on.
You know what I'm saying? I go get
What you gonna tell the people? What are you gonna tell the youngsters? What are you telling the youth?
Honestly, like, shape your mind. Like, guard your mind. Like, seriously, guard your mind and guard your heart. Money is not the end game. It's just the means to an end. Really educate yourself on who you are and tap in. Like, and when I say tap in, like, meditate. Really, really seek to know who you are and what your purpose is, because it doesn't end in the foster system.
That's right.
That's where it began.
Absolutely.
It ain't gonna end in prison. Even if you have a life sentence, it don't end in prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
have to have hope.
What'd you say? Even if you have a life sentence?
Yeah, it don't end in prison.
What, he gonna die in prison? What you mean?
Like, you got to free your spirit. I became free while I was still locked down.
I love it.
Like, I was incarcerated. I wasn't in prison.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They had me locked in, but my mind was mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why
I got chills.
I was able to do everything that I needed to do while I was in there. You know what I mean? Like, the police would look at me like, you don't look like you belong here.
That's right.
Like, I got on the same thing as everybody else. We all wear blue. But I don't look like I'm supposed to be here.
Right.
Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, and then even still, like, when I be out in my community, like, I have to tell you I've been to prison.
Right.
Like, you didn't know that. I lied on every job I had. I lied on every application. You been in prison? Nope. When I start.
That's what you're supposed to do.
You feel me?
Yeah,
like, I did that.
Did you know I went to prison?
Nope.
Yeah.
See?
Me too.
See?
Yeah.
That don't define you.
I went
No,
to
no.
jail.
doesn't define
I went to
you.
jail for 8 hours.
Get the fuck out of here.
I stole some clothes.
But it can help define
Hey,
you.
listen.
though.
I know. No. Hey, brother, I want to thank you for coming on the show, man.
Right.
For real, man. This has been real Black
Oh, my
History
goodness,
moment.
it's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yo, man,
being
no
here,
problem,
man.
man.
Having
It's a pleasure having
Yeah,
you.
it's awesome.
Hey, listen,
Nice
before
to
you
meet
go,
you.
though, man, I want you to introduce your song.
Absolutely.
Yeah, introduce your song. Tell us a little bit about it. What made you write it? And so we can play it, and so the people
Yes,
can hear
I'm
it.
looking
Yeah,
forward
go
to
tell them
hearing
about
it,
this.
too.
All right, the song is All of a Sudden. It's my single, the first single that I put out for this year.
Yes.
I dropped the EP last year. I put out my first single this year. It's called All of a Sudden. Basically, what inspired me to write it was the message that I have within me. Like, we touched on when I, had to jump into the Bible, but I didn't stop there. Jumping into the Bible only showed me that, like, God ain't in no book.
That's
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not where it's at. Everything is within. And I started to really gain a lot of insight once I went within. And the music, it's inside of me as well.
That's right.
Everything that I took in from television, books, from meditating, everything, like I just had to push it out, So it's a part of my story, but a lot of it is me really dropping knowledge because my goal is to make people think. I want to wake people up. I'm like, I don't just
think song, huh?
Yeah, I don't just rap. Like I make
Whoa.
think I have a
I like
message.
that.
One more
I like
time.
that.
I love it. I love it. It's time
Hey,
for that.
slow down. Wait, you don't just rap. You don't do the
Nah.
Percocets.
Yeah.
Molly Percocets.
I don't even know. Look, I don't.
Wanna get your
Baby,
I
don't you come my way.
I don't.
Yeah.
Look, like honestly,
Hey, that trap queen.
I don't agree with like.
Yeah.
I don't even really listen to music.
Right.
But like, I don't.
Tell me
agree.
what you tell the people, and then we're gonna get into the song. But tell us, you was telling me when we were talking before about the frequency of music and how it affects you. Tell me about that.
The frequency of music, it carries a vibration through the airwaves that control our minds subconsciously. It programs us.
Right.
That's why all these young cats is running around here trying to be high or be rowdy or get money.
Wearing
or
dresses.
be feminine. Like
Right.
it's sending
Baby,
out.
won't you come over?
That's deep, man. That's real talk, huh?
Yeah,
Whoa.
because like even me,
does
I
the
was,
same
and
thing.
I know that it's true because as a youth, I was influenced as well. You know what I mean? I would dress a certain way. I would do this. I would do that. I would make it seem like, really liking a girl was like taboo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not on no gay shit, just on some like
Thug shit.
thug
hard,
shit.
yeah,
you
yeah.
feel me? Yeah, like,
don't
Don't love her. Don't love
like,
her.
I'm gonna really be
You
honest.
don't
like,
love them hoes.
like, listen, like this is where this is the age of information, the age of awakening. Like we
Yeah.
finna expose all of the bullshit.
It's
like,
time.
Like it's
Nip
not.
said
It's,
the same thing.
yeah, it's not in.
It's
It's not in.
time.
The drugs ain't gonna do it,
Nope.
bro. Like constantly degrading your people ain't gonna do it.
Nope.
So what's
knocking
gonna do
down
it?
women? Unity, unification.
It's time to unify.
recycling
Yes.
black dollars.
Yes.
Let's hold hands.
Like facts, though.
Marrying black women.
Like,
We
I'm-
still out here.
Are
You hear
you?
me?
You already got
Hey,
a
look,
queen.
yo.
Look,
Hey, look.
you start, look, I was waiting for the answer too. Like, let me see. I
You
was
already
Hey,
got
look.
somebody.
Hey, listen. I want to get
Put
to
the
the
song
song,
in.
man.
Put the song in.
Can we get to the song, man?
I'm
I
a
want to
fan.
get to
I
the
made
song.
an edited
I'm a
version
fan.
specifically for this show.
Great,
Oh,
great.
Even though I said like 2 cuss words and y'all done said about 50 this whole
Right, right.
Hey, man,
No,
you never
y'all.
know, though.
Hey,
They
no,
might
no,
just wanna
no,
listen
not
to the song.
y'all.
You got me on my
Black
shit. I
holiday.
should have had an edited version to begin
Hey,
with.
this is
Black
us. You know what I'm saying?
holiday.
I want you to go as far as you can go, man.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hey, so we're going to get into the song right now. The song is for D Ranks, and it is called, one more time?
All of a sudden.
All of a sudden.
Available
All
on
of a sudden.
all streaming platforms.
I'm a
Yes,
fan
sir.
already.
Let it kick.
Absolutely.
Kick.
My life is a series that nobody's watching, cause me and the masses got nothing in common. I put the right at the end of my hymen and honor the people before me who's falling. I'm calling on all my ancestors, doing libations, studying them constellations. Cause it was heaven before there was paper. That's a new subject. We'll touch on that later. I'm sharper than razors, but I mustache money. I got no intentions on shaving. I'm airing this shit out like the room is on bacon. If I bitten blow, I needed the AC. Can't get in the game for the next man to play me. If you took it normal, I'd gladly be crazy. The underground better, I'm rocking with haters. If you thought of Satan, you uneducated. You posting up comments. Okay, I'm posting up looking at planets. I once understood it, I now overstand it. The difference between us give me the advantage. Now I got to listen to saying my mantras. I'm giving up game and I'm showing some manners. I let them know that I stand on my standards and I am not taking whatever they hand us. Give me a minute, make no mistakes. All of a sudden they view me as great. All of a sudden it's food on my plate. All of a sudden they say they away. All of a sudden it makes so much sense. They only listen when you make a sense. All of the members in my camp intense. Soon as they fall, they gon' say I'm a trip. Give me a minute, make no mistakes. All of a sudden they view me as great. All of a sudden there's food on my plate. All of a sudden they say they awake. All of a sudden it makes so much sense. They only listen when you make a sense. All of the members in my camp intense. Soon as they fall, they gon' say I'm a trip. The words that I speak will create my reality. I pick and choose all my sentences carefully.
Out in my therapy, turning the heresy.
Put that on everything, I notice everything. Apparently, I have been growing a little bit. I put the water on dirt I be dealing with. Bleed on the track, Brody, know I be killing it. Nobody touching me, but they be feeling it. Embody the lyrics, tap into the spirit. Study the pyramids, go to the top. They need to hear it, the suckers gon' fear it. Cause it ain't enough if it's over the top. Time to thicken the plot, she thick as the plot. We on the court, I'm extension to God. I'm in the kitchen while no one is hot. I got a few windows in the pot. And since you be watching me, you know what time it is. I gave them pressure to see where the diamonds is. I gave them peace cause I see what the violence is. I ain't through wire, I'm here to rewire it. I told my people, you know we the mightiest, strongest in culture. First with the sciences, you ain't a king if you don't got a lioness. I made my bed up, so why would I lie in it? Give me a minute, make no mistakes. All of a sudden they view me as great. All of a sudden there's food on my plate. All of a sudden they say they away. All of a sudden it makes so much sense. They only listen when you make a sense. All of the members in my camp intense. Soon as they fall, they gon' say I'm a trip. Give me a minute, make no mistakes. All of a sudden they view me as great. All of a sudden there's food on my plate. All of a sudden they say they awake. All of a sudden it makes so much sense. They only listen when you make a sense. All of the members in my camp intense. Soon as they fall, they gon' say I'm a trip. Erst einmal erst mal get off in the sense that make I'm in the middle of sense again we you in silly no yet sense some say men that so long yeah boy that's in it so long yeah I'm all up in it so long yeah say you been it so long yeah some of them and me give me a minute all of a sudden
All
Yes,
right.
yeah, we're back, man. Hot song, man.
Yeah, all of
I
a
like
sudden.
that.
It's the bomb, man.
That
Hot
is
song,
D
man.
Ranks all of a sudden, huh?
Yes.
Can we get a hand clap for D Ranks, y'all? Woo!
Yes.
D Ranks
you
and
can
LA
follow me.
Royal. Go ahead.
You can follow me on social media platforms. It's D_ranks_. That's Instagram. I upload the content on the link in the links in the bio. All the music is available everywhere. D-RANKS. SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Apple
iTunes.
Music.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
iTunes.
Everywhere.
Want to thank you once again for coming on the show, brother. It was
sir.
definitely a
Thank you for
pleasure
having
having you. Yes, sir.
Bless.
And I was glad to come back whenever y'all need some
Yes.
more.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna have you back. We're definitely gonna have you back. I want to see you go toe to toe with somebody, because I know you're well versed, right?
Yeah.
Put some suckers up here and let you beat them up. You know, a word. Hey,
Yeah,
listen.
it'd be fun.
Before we get out of here, man, I just want to let everybody know, man, that on Monday the 24th at 10 a.m. they're gonna be having Kobe Bryant's funeral, huh?
Rest in peace, Kobe.
Rest in peace to Kobe and Gigi, his daughter. Yes.
Everybody died.
And
The
the other
whole family,
families.
yes, and our condolences to the rest of his family and the rest of those families who lost loved ones in that helicopter crash. So they're all going to be there. The ones that passed, The money that is being charged for those tickets is going to be donated to charity. And man, they're going to close down everything around the stadium. Did you know that?
They don't want you around
They don't want
there.
you around. Even though we love Kobe and
But they know it's gonna be huge. They want nobody.
that's crazy. I don't like that,
They know
man.
LA people. We are.
We're coming out,
We come out.
man. We
Come
support
out.
ours,
Yeah.
man.
And it's gonna be some people doing some stupid stuff,
No,
so
it's
they
not.
gotta make
No,
sure.
it's
Yeah,
not,
it
man.
is.
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not.
it is.
No,
It's
always
let me tell you
a
something.
handful of
Let me
people
tell- it's always
that
a handful. But let me tell you this.
capitalize
Let me tell you this. Let me
people's
tell you this.
pain.
Let me tell.
Don't act like it don't happen.
We can't stop the people that's going to be trying to make
Well,
money.
that's
But when
what
I
I'm
say
talking
stupid
about.
stuff, I'm
That's what
saying
I'm talking
when I mean by
about.
stupid stuff, I'm saying like. Ain't nobody finna act. It's people that ain't finna
Yeah,
let
nobody
other
gonna,
people
like,
act up.
have a riot.
Yeah,
and
no,
cause
No, I don't mean that.
violence and
Somebody gonna try to.
dysfunction
But
and
you know,
all
Somebody
that.
gonna try to get
it's a
paid.
capitalistic world.
It
People
is.
gonna always try to capitalize off of something else. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to put that out in the air, and on LA Royal, just say rest in peace, Kobe.
Yes.
For the dynasty that you brought us, we thankful, we love you, and we appreciate you, man. And our condolences go out to Kobe's family and everybody else's family who lost some loved one in that helicopter. And as for now.
We shall be leaving.
Yes, it's been fun, but we got to run. And this is Black Holiday.
5150.
And your girl Caramel Great.
Don't play with me, huh?
Don't play with me.
Bitch. Anyway, and my man.
D Ranks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you can find us all online. And we love y'all, man. And we will see y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace, love, and afro, baby.
That's right, baby.
But
Have
I
a good one.
stash money. I got no intentions on shaving. I'm airing shit out like the room is on bacon. If I been blow, I needed the AC. Can't get in the game for the next man to play me. If you took it normal, I'd gladly be crazy. The underground better. I'm rocking with haters.